Neil and Dalton here with Canco silencers. We're back at it again. So today we're doing more destructive testing on our TAC 33 just to kind of give you some ideas of what these things can be put through. Now we are in a situation where we really don't know what will happen, but today we built a.
It's fugly.
It's ugly. It is a Savage 110 with a 458 SOCOM barrel on it. Kind of a built on parts that we had. Somebody donated the barrel to us, and so we've got it all headspaced up. We got it fitted with a 5/8 by 24 for the TAC 33. We're gonna see what happens when we pull the trigger on a 300 grain 458 SOCOM's full pressure round. The can itself has been through hell. It's been melted twice.
It's a little bulged.
We had it shot on. Had a SWAT team run 10 guys ran 2 magazines through it at full auto until
2 magazines apiece. So
and then,
20 mags.
Then we run a 60 round, dump the mag through it till it finally started shooting metal out the end of it. Rebuilt it. We have a little misshapen. It's a little bit bigger than it was. It stretched a little bit on us.
A little bit.
But it's still functioning. So we want to see what the end result's going to be when this bullet hits it. We think it's going to survive. We're not sure about the thread. We don't know where the weak point is. We already know what's going to happen. We'll see who's right at the end of this.
We threaded it 5/8 24 because that's what we had. My theory is it's going to shear the threads off the end of the barrel and jettison the thing out the end, but the only time will tell. We'll go see in a second.
I think it's going to resize the bullet and leave a lot of shrapnel inside, but I think the can will survive. We could be wrong, but either way, you'll get to see the results.
And if it does survive, I'm going to blast the baffles out of it. We'll rebuild it on camera and call it a day.
Yep, do it again. Come up with something else to do.
Closing the bolt. All right. Bolt's closed. Go into cover. Good. I'm ready. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Clear.
No holes in the can.
I hear some.
So this is a 458
SOCOM
300 grain supersonics. We now have a 45 caliber size baffle. It rolled them.
And we'll take this apart in there and show everything.
Those are heat treated baffles that rolled.
Yeah, it went straight down the middle though. It didn't do anything.
Capsized it.
The capsized it. We still got an almost 30 caliber size hole in the front. I'll have to take a measurement of it and we'll see what the actual hole is. That strike there was from a previous meltdown, so ignore that one. But the actual hole size, I'll measure across the actual diameter and we'll see what we're at.
So the challenge is, I'd like to see you try to do that with a welded can.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to chrono the ammo we're shooting through the TAC 33. So I don't have a suppressor on here, so it's going to be real loud. But this is straight from Black Butterfly. They manufacture the ammo. I think these are 300 grains. It doesn't say on here. But we'll see how fast they're going, and that's what number the Garmin Zero is going to tell us how fast they're going. So whatever it gives us, that's what it's doing. Let's see what she's doing. All right, ears on. Everybody ready? Going loud. It is 1,588.4 feet per second. So that's straight off the Garmin Zero. And we'll shoot one more just to confirm. Single loading. Don't have a magazine out here. Going loud. That one was going 1690. 1690. So they ain't weak loads. Using real deal stuff. That's all the 458 SOCOM we got, so that's what we're going to use. So we just shot the 458 SOCOM through the beater TAC 33. And now we're going to shoot a subsonic blackout to see if it retained any sound suppression qualities to it. I'm shooting with no ears. I do not recommend doing this. It's probably going to be a little bit loud. But we're just going to shoot it and see what happens. Let's do it.
Oh, shit.
I think it's quieter.
It is.
Bullets aren't stable, though. They're tumbling. I can hear them cutting through the air.
Well, you're hitting the dirt.
I was aiming like way above it. So the bullets are, it's quiet, but the bullets are not stable. So that tells you how important geometry is. It's got a big old hole in it, but it's destabilizing the bullets as they're flying through the can from it messing up the geometry in there. So we're empty, and we're gonna go pull it apart, see what the actual damage is, see if I can get it apart. I can get it apart. It's gonna get forced apart, but
yeah, may have to shoot the baffles out of it.
Might have to shoot the baffles out of it, but we'll see. Do my best to recover all the baffles, and we'll see what happens. All right, let's bust this thing open. See what we got. Cap won't even want to take off. It didn't budge the threads. It didn't booger them up. It didn't do nothing. Let's see if I can knock the baffles out of it without having to shoot them. Let's see. Back end looks fine. Grab something to take out of here. Look at there. They're going to come right out. If I can knock them. The hole's a little big. My rod's going in it. So that's first. That's the exit, last, and third in line baffle.
Working without the proper tools.
Yeah, I should have brought the little extension with the socket on there.
Look
at there.
It's coming.
That's it. That's the entire stack. Tube's perfectly fine. Everything looks good. We'll put a new set of baffles in there. And the beater can still lives. Alright, we're back here in the office pulling this thing apart. Tube is perfectly fine. There's not even hardly a mark on the inside of it other than previous test. First baffle, obviously, much bigger hole. Kind of shredded the bullet as it went through there. Second baffle, not nearly as bad. Where looks just like the bullet was twisting. Maybe shaved a bunch more off of it. I see some copper stuck around the edges.
I think that may be the second one actually got them switched.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a progressively getting smaller hole with a little bit of chip. Maybe the bullet was turning on us.
I think as soon as that bullet started passing through the first one, it just started going everywhere in terms of tumbling, and it wasn't stable no more. So, progressively smaller. Third. Fourth. The fifth baffle is pretty much a nice complete circle like we machined it in there, and then it's got a small chip taken out of the edge. And then the exit baffle is about the same. It's about half the diameter is cut out of it. Then you got your cap, which other than previous damage, which that was a 223 round back when it melted, it looks perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's nothing. The cap finished sizing the bullet for us. We had surprisingly had very little debris in the can. We didn't have very little copper, very little shavings. So it all went down range, and it actually sounded good.
It did. It sounded surprisingly good.
So,
video never does suppression justice.
Yeah.
Because cameras make everything louder that's quiet and everything that's loud quiet. So
this is our new stack. Ready to go.
ready to go. It's just going to be slip it in there, stick the cap back on there, and then we're going to be ready to roll again.
Torque her in. She's back on the road. And it didn't take 6 months. It took 5 minutes.
So we'll take it back in the other room, in the assembly room, and torque her up, and then she's good to serve another destructive purpose.
Stay tuned for the next attempt. We ain't sure what that is yet.